Maybe that should be our intro sound.
So the boys!
The build-up, the tension.
Welcome back to the DRS Podcast. Got the Toms, myself, Oliver, and one of us has got pink eye.
Who is it?
Cool,
Leave your guess in the comments.
yeah, Jimmy, if you want to add that to your predictions. But yes, Las Vegas. I got up to watch it. You two didn't.
Nope.
But we watched the full race. What did you think?
Well, it was good. It was much better than expectations. Obviously, everyone was mocking it basically before before it even started, looking like an upside down pig, and it didn't look like a good layout. It was just like ridiculously long straights and a few chicanes, but no, it offered up some very good racing.
Yeah, it was good. I think it's going to silence a lot of the haters. The fact that we actually had a race for the lead. I think we had 3 race leaders, didn't we? We had Verstappen, Perez and Leclerc at different points.
We did.
We had some good racing throughout the whole field. So yeah, I think...
It threw up some anomalies as well with a couple of safety cars.
Oh yes. I think the start of the weekend though, with the FP1 controversy and all that was going on, didn't really set up a lot of great expectations for the Grand Prix, but some people have said it was one of the best ones this season.
Yeah.
Which I'd agree. I'd say top 3, but maybe not the best. Good race though. Action all throughout. Yeah. No complaints.
Yep.
So where should we start? Start at the Grand Prix, maybe?
Well, you're the one with the notes. That's why you're here, mate.
In the first note, it says, very good race. Well, Max and Charles turn 1 lap 1 incident.
Oh, mate, that annoyed me so much. Like, Max just... Fair enough, like, whether you want to say he's ahead of the apex or something, but he just clearly outbroke himself and pushed Leclerc off the track. When he saw Leclerc's on board, literally Leclerc did nothing wrong. There's nothing he could have done. Max pushed him off the track. And yeah, obviously he got a penalty in the end, but it goes back to the same argument of a 5-second penalty. You can spend a 5-second penalty because Max obviously had that radio with GP.
Yeah.
Came on to say, like, wave them bye-bye or something, send them my regards. It's like, that's him knowing. Like, it's him basically saying, like, yes, thank you, but now I'm going to sod off into the distance.
Yeah. Well, I think Max at the time obviously said that, but he did say in his post-race that looking at it, was his thing. But even Charles said, like, he didn't. Max obviously didn't have enough grip, being that the race obviously was so late anyway with the temperatures, and obviously first corner tyres aren't warm. It was very bold move from Max. Penalised, but we've been talking about this for most of the season. I don't think a 5-second penalty is kind of a slap on the wrist, especially when you're driving the fastest car.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we've been saying a lot as well about the inconsistencies with the FIA. Like, I don't know if 5 seconds for that punishment is the standard, but it should be give the position back. If you've compromised anyone's racing line, and then gained a position, it should be give that position back. Because as you say, it was a net benefit to Max, even with a 5-second penalty. Yeah.
Because if he knows he's only going to get a 5-second penalty,
he's going to do it again.
He's going to do it every single time. He's like, happy to get a 5-second penalty because I've got track position. I'm literally leading the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
Made me laugh though. Thanks and regards. That is, I'm winning this race regardless of what's happening.
Literally, yeah. Well, there was a time when it looked like he wasn't going to be winning the race, wasn't it?
I was never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Mate, but honestly, if it weren't for that safety car, I think Leclerc could have had it.
Yeah, could have pulled one out. But another crash, there was another incident where Mr. Russell and Mr. Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
I don't know what lap it was. I've got it noted down somewhere. But it was... I don't know, was it turn 1?
I don't know, but Russell got the penalty for it in the end, didn't he?
Lap 25, got it here. But Russell just didn't know he obviously didn't check his mirrors, I guess you could say. But Max was fully committed to the thing fairly.
Line.
He wasn't pushing him off either.
Makes a nice change.
Yeah, but one of you summed up on the way back from the hospital. He said that Russell's not really had a good season, has he, in retrospect?
Yeah, well, just that 5-second penalty for him dropped him from, he was probably top 5 before the penalty.
Yeah.
Obviously
well,
finished
Toto
8th.
came on and said, "Oh, we're still targeting 4th."
Yeah.
Didn't he? So
I mean, yeah, fair enough. It would have been on track 4th, but at the end, I don't know if Toto got that message.
Yeah. But all these little mistakes add up, though, don't they? Like if you're sacrificing a P4 to basically finish P8 eventually, like throughout the season with these little mistakes he's been making, it's cost him a lot.
It has cost him a lot.
big one being like Singapore as well,
Yeah.
where he binned into the wall.
Yeah.
But
No, he's had a terrible season.
The
terrible.
odd one or two, like you can forgive, but there's been quite a few instances throughout the season.
Yeah.
And obviously, you look at where Lewis is in the championship versus where George is in the championship, and it's just an absolute. It's a massive difference.
To be honest, it actually surprises me that Merck are still, P2 in the championship, like for fighting with Ferrari. When you look at the season they've had, it's not been great.
there's only 4 points in it now.
4 points in now, yeah. Because obviously Ferrari have had a win. Ferrari have had some strong races like Monza. When Mercedes haven't had any really like memorable races where
dominant
you
races.
like maybe there was like America, but then he got disqualified. But throughout the season they've been kind of pretty slow.
Yeah.
So I think the fact they're P2, I think they take that if they can keep it.
I think they've had probably two, maybe not towards the end of the season, but two of the most consistent drivers. Like obviously Perez, been a bit inconsistent this season. Ferrari inconsistent. Obviously Aston Martin have got Stroll. So
You think Mercedes have got quite a consistent?
I'd say so. As in they're quite reliable. As in the Ferraris are just unreliable anyway.
Have you been watching George Russell this season?
Yeah.
This is the whole point of what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
I would say the Ferrari drivers have been more consistent
Yeah,
than the Mercedes
No, but I was
drivers.
reiterating what you were saying. Like, they've not. There's never been like an outstanding performance, has there? Maybe
right.
Hamilton was it Cota or where he got disqualified.
Yeah.
But there was no. But like consistently,
So
they've had points.
Consistently average.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well,
Yeah. But consistency is how you get these P2s, isn't it? So it's like Lando. Lando, he's obviously he's not had a win or anything like that, but he's potentially fighting for 4th in the championship if he has a good weekend next weekend.
well, Sainz leapfrog him this week. The standings.
So Sainz and Alonso, 2 Spanish drivers, both on equal points now, both on 200 points, and Lando's on 195. So,
It's very tense going into this last one.
This is it. If Lando gets another P2 and Sainz and Alonso down there, like borderline bottom of the points, Lando could finish P4, which considering the car they had to start the season, it's mad.
Yeah.
Insane.
He's beaten Russell, he beat Alonso, beat Sainz, like that is incredible.
Yeah.
Leclerc.
Yeah.
But that's just Leclerc being Leclerc, isn't it?
Well, the turn on the first lap. Anyway, there was the thing with Alonso. He just kind of spun out, but I think that was down to no grip anyway.
No grip, yeah. I mean, that was very surprising.
Proper rookie mistake,
Yeah.
it looked like, didn't
Seemed like
it?
it, yeah.
But did Hamilton spin as well, or was I seeing things? Because I think Brundle said Hamilton on the.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
In fact, you know who it was actually? I've just remembered. It was Bottas. Because the cars look so very similar this weekend. It was Bottas.
Mate, Bottas got so unlucky in that incident because obviously Alonso spun round and there's the shot of the onboard Bottas, and this Aston Martin's just facing him. Bottas is hit. He can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He's has to stick it in reverse to drive around him, and it's just total.
He's lost so much time. And then,
but obviously we don't care about Alfa Romeo or anything that they do, so absolutely irrelevant to the race. So.
Moving on.
I think that might be. Yeah.
Got Norris crash lap 3.
Washed.
Okay.
Next.
You care to elaborate?
No, it was.
How did it actually happen? I still don't
Again,
know.
I think
Because you
probably it was
weren't
just no
watching
grip.
the race, mate.
It was no grip. I'm assuming, but one of the I think what's his name? The McLaren race director. I forget his name.
Is that
Andrea
Brown?
Stella.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He was saying that he thought there was, similar to what happened to Sainz in FP2. He thought there was something in the road that
Really?
they could have caused it. Apparently, it'd been monitored during the start of the weekend. That area, so it could have been that. It could have been down to lack of grip as well. So
Yeah, probably a bit of both, I think.
yeah,
But unfortunate so early on in the race, especially when the McLaren, obviously they had a poor qualifying, but race pace seemed okay.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the time Piastri was running up there in P4. I think at one point it was P3.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had to do his second stop, which was a shame.
It was just a shame, wasn't it? Yeah, the fact that he had to change compounds.
This is it, because I think he could have gone to the end. I think he could have secured a P4 with the pace he had, but just because of the regulations, having to change compounds.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like half the grid got lucky with the safety car. But yeah, Piastri having to...
Did you see Charles's reaction to when he asked the Red Bull drivers if they asked if they pitted again?
Oh, what did he say?
He was like, "Did you pit under the second safety car?" And they were both like, "Yeah," and he was just kind of like, "Right."
But they were saying yes as in like, obviously.
Oh, right.
That's clearly the favourable strategy to do, but Ferrari being Ferrari.
Yeah. They left him out.
I'm actually amazed that Leclerc managed to battle them for the lead so much with the difference in tyres.
Yeah.
I think if Ferrari had played the cards differently, they had the pace to win today.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in Vegas, you've got to play your cards right, haven't you? So.
Can't be wearing these glasses with reflections to your cards.
Well, apparently they were saying in... I think it was Ted's notebook or something like that. That Perez was running a different wing than Verstappen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Verstappen had more downforce, is it?
Less.
No, he had less.
Less downforce. So maybe that was.
So Perez was quick when he was in DRS because he had the downforce for the corners, and then obviously he had less downforce for the straights. As soon as he overtook Leclerc, it was a bit of a sitting duck, or whoever. It left him a bit exposed, really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, Perez has sealed his P2, isn't he?
He has. Yeah.
We were saying before, in Christian Horner's post race, he was really singing his praises because one of the reporters asked, obviously he's got a contract for next year, he's going to race for you next year, but if something similar happens again, excuse me, if something similar happens again,
what are the options?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
But he basically said, like, what else can you ask of a driver? He's got a it's our first ever P1, P2.
Yeah.
But
he's done pretty much everything they've asked for him in the 3 years or whatever he's been there.
Yeah.
Fair enough, he had a blip. I mean, it's quite a big blip, but...
about 6 weeks.
And the rest, mate.
Probably 3 months worth
of... and the rest.
Blippage.
He seems to have come back at this latter half of the season. Though. I think when the pressure's built on, although he's unlucky in this past couple of races, losing out on this podium last time out by a few thousandths of a second, and the same this time. Is that just showing that, as amazing as he is, does he just lack a bit of that racecraft?
Yeah. I think a bit of the shine that separates him from the likes of Lewis and Max and Alonso and maybe some of the younger ones that we've not seen proven yet, like Leclerc and Norris to a degree. Like, they've got that extra bit of shine. He doesn't have that, but that's what makes him a great second driver.
But what's funny is he's known for his defensive driving. Excuse me. So the fact that he made those 2 mistakes 2 weeks on the trot must hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, last time was probably worse because he missed out on a podium. He still got his podium this time, which is good. So I think Christian Horner will be happy with the job he's done.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially when you see he's literally fighting the best driver on the grid in the best car. He's still got P2. Obviously. Yeah. He's still up there. He's still easily top 6 drivers in the. Is that a bit bold? Is that a bit of a bold take? Top 6
He's
drivers?
definitely a top driver, but top.
Do you mean top 6 on the grid?
Yeah, the current grid. Is he top 6? Like, put him in any car, he'll be all right, kind of thing.
Well, I think obviously lots of drivers vary in different situations. For example, I think a lot of drivers can flourish when they're kind of like Albon, for example. Now that he's in a backmarker team, he's absolutely kind of built that team around him, and he's just doing really well. Whereas when he was in Red Bull, he wasn't able to do that. Same with Perez. When he was in Racing Point, he was absolutely just, he was the hero. He did the last to first. He kind of was the driver that had it all.
Yeah.
But now he's stepped up to that next level. He's in the championship car. He just hasn't been able to deliver. So I think different drivers kind of suit different places on the grid. So I think it's hard to kind of...
And it's dependent on your expectations as well, isn't it? Like, if you're in that Red Bull, you've gone from, when he was at Racing Point, maybe the line was here, and he, you know, if he could perform at this level, then he's kind of like above expectations. Then you go into Red Bull and expectations are here, and if this is your level of performance, you might not be able to get into that way where it's like, yeah, this is what we expect from you. So
isn't it funny, recency bias? He's had one podium, and all of a sudden now we're like, yeah, top 6 driver. A few weeks ago we're like, sack him
He's
off. Shit.
Well, I think we were kind of saying that though. If you look at the whole season, it's been off for Perez, isn't it?
Yeah.
But because it was so bad towards the end, everyone was like, "Oh, get him out of the Red Bull seat." But he's still P2 in the championship, so can't fault him. He's not going to beat Max. He's got P2, so
yeah.
And they still the constructors, so
yeah, it's a bit of a shame that you missed out on that P2 right at the last lap, because for them to secure P1, P2 in the championship, if on that same day they'd have got P1, P2 in the race, that would have been something pretty special, I think. But Leclerc just thought he'd throw a bit of fecal matter around the situation.
outrageous. Right, that's where we cut.
The camera's there.
And we're back.
Oh, hang on.
Again,
we're
back again. At the start of the race, there was Yuki not pitting under the virtual safety car or safety car while he was on softs, which I thought was a bit weird. Because he ended up DNFing, but he was always at the back during the actual race. So I was just wondering, is that AlphaTauri poor strategy, or?
Yes.
No, fair enough.
Didn't really pay much interest in AlphaTauri's race.
No. Someone else started on softs though. Who was it?
Stroll.
It was another back marker. But Stroll, speaking of Stroll, going from P19 to P9 on the first lap.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry. I think we're all together.
Ollie, mate, the camera's there. Stop facing away from our lovely audience.
Stroll.
P19 to P9.
9.
5.
No,
on the first lap.
There's an echo in
Oh.
It's a parrot, actually.
Carry on.
No, I'm just saying he did a decent job, didn't he? Yeah, that's it.
There was a few noticeable ones.
He's done alright, hasn't he? Like, yeah.
What?
Well, for him, yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, I think for anyone to go P19 to...
I'm actually not sure. I'd like to see a replay of that and see how he actually did it, because that is really impressive.
Avoided all the chaos.
Yeah, all the cars, the two span out. There's probably a lot of them went round.
Yeah, so it's right place, right time, I guess.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
His dad paid everyone off to...
Well, one that went under the radar quite a lot actually was Ocon from P16 to P4.
Wow.
Which is a hell of a race.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people talked about that.
He came out of nowhere, Ocon. There was a time where both the Alpines were fighting, and I thought there was going to be a bit of an incident, because you know what they're like. And Ocon was behind, and they came on the radio and said, hold position, and he basically said, F off, I'm going to fight for that position. I think he knew he was quicker.
In not so many words, but yeah.
Yeah, basically. Overtook. We saw the good old switcheroo, as Crofty would say.
Yes.
And then, Ocon he started pulling the gap, and then Gasly just disappeared. Gasly was just falling back, and he didn't even finish in the points.
No, he didn't actually.
Did it have a bit of a knock-on effect though, that
and
battle?
not Ocon.
Get in the bin.
Sorry, go on.
There's been a lot of dribble in this podcast, hasn't there?
Did it have a knock-on effect? Because Gasly was chewing up his tyres fighting Ocon.
Yeah, but for there to be such a big difference, though, surprises me. The fact that Ocon could stick on P4 and Gasly not to even finish in the points, could say Gasly washed.
How many people have you branded washed this year? You've probably branded...
I've got very short-term memory.
I bet you've branded Verstappen washed at some point, haven't you?
Yeah, in Qatar.
What else have we got? Safety car. Oh yeah, well, safety car was very unlucky for Charles. That was very unlucky.
Ruined his race, didn't
More
it?
bloody bad luck for Mr. Leclerc. I mean, if I was a Leclerc fan, I actually don't know how you'd survive.
Shout out Matt from P1.
Yeah.
We'll see 2 weeks today in the Manchester Live show.
He's been tweeting all weekend about how much pain he's been in.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, after the race as well, you could just hear in Leclerc's voice, he was like, obviously he was happy to get that P2 on the last lap, but he was just like,
That should have been a win.
I wanted that win.
Yeah.
Like in Vegas, the car was there, everything was there. He was like, I should have had that win.
Yeah, it should have been a win.
And I think it'll probably be eating him up a little bit inside the fact that Sainz has had a win this year and he's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel a bit gutted for him.
I don't know how he sleeps at night, to be honest.
No, I don't.
Probably
I wouldn't if I was him.
Probably in a £2 million bed, I imagine. Be quite sound.
His penthouse in Monaco.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bloody hell. Tax free.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Stick with him.
More you know.
Well, there was a Ferrari blunder. There was I put a Ferrari woeful pit stop. In sort of the crunch laps, there was, I don't know how many laps there was left, to be honest, but there was a 3.9 pit stop on Charles's car, which was not very good at all.
Which is double the McLaren pit stop of Oscar Piastri today, wasn't it? More than.
Or is it?
Yeah.
1.99, I think it ended up being.
Yeah, sorry to bring it back to McLaren again already. But
We don't know McLaren.
No, all we did was talk about Mr. Norris crashing.
yeah, because McLaren washed. But
Did we speak about Piastri, or did we do that before?
go on, what do you think about Piastri's race?
Good.
Good? What are you? Good? No, go on. Go into a bit more
Well,
detail.
we did talk about it before.
Yeah, we did. It was more about his tyres, but that was McLaren strategy.
Great insight, mate.
We talked about it. I don't know what else to say. I don't know why I brought it back to the truth. What else have we got? Charles Lockup might have done that, haven't we? Max and Perez teamwork on the last lap.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was quite surprising actually from Max.
We've not seen that for a long time. That's the old school. That's the 2021 Max and Checo coming back out, isn't it? Where they were both like, we thought this was like the dream team.
Yeah.
But
And then
that's Max only 300 points clear of Perez, I think.
yeah, literally. Is that how much it is?
I don't think it's that much, but
it's about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Maybe, I don't know, like if they really are like as good as friends as they come across. Obviously, they have the disputes on track, but they do seem like friends. Maybe Max really wanted him to get that P2 in the standings, that is. So
yeah, you're probably right. Like obviously, Red Bull getting 1-2, it reflects well on him as well, doesn't it? So he's going to want to fight for the team, isn't he? The team have given him so much, he can at least help them back.
Yeah, it also might like help. You know, if anything of that sort of nature happens again, Perez might look back and think, "Oh, he did this for me."
Yeah,
obviously, it didn't help, but he dropped back a full 2 seconds. It was only 4 seconds ahead of Perez, and he dropped back 2 seconds on the last lap, which is a risky game. But
yeah, he dropped back quite a lot, but I guess there's nothing you can do about the fact Perez is shit, is there?
Some might say washed.
Nah, I'm joking. He's had a good race. Fair play, Perez.
Yeah, Ocon, Stroll. Oh, I've not really got much else. Oh, Max matched Vettel in career wins, 53.
Did he?
Has he?
At the ripe age of 26, is he?
That's crazy. Well, we were talking about this today, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like, you know, bearing in mind he's so young, he's already halfway to having the most number of career wins.
Yeah.
Because what's Hamilton, 103?
103, I think.
104, but... so he's already halfway to being, some people might argue, greatest of all time, 3 championships.
Yeah.
If he starts racking up 4, 5, 6 championships, because he's going to win it next year, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Without a doubt, yeah.
And when you start knocking on the door of 4 championships, the DRS theme tune back and forth, you know, you are in that conversation of one of the greats, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because then you're ahead of Senna, you know.
Yeah.
And the likes of Alan Prost, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Fair enough, you know. In fact, it doesn't even matter that there's more races nowadays, is there?
But do you see when you have the GOAT debate, do you see it as generational GOATs?
Yeah, it's got to be generational.
Completely.
I mean, put in 18 wins in a season. That's GOAT behaviour.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be 19.
Part of me is almost a little bit gutted that Sainz got that win, because I think
Yeah, I get what you mean.
to just see, as much as it's been boring to watch,
Just Red Bull across the board.
just witness that absolute history in the making. Like, you know, when it was 2021, we said we'll never see a season like this again. I think this year we might not see a season like this again, but for opposite reasons.
Yeah.
And as much as we might complain about it being boring, you've got to respect it while it's happening.
Definitely. I think if you weren't to respect it while it's happening, you'd miss out on a lot of what the season has to offer. You know, if you were to just dismiss it and just be like, oh, well, it's boring, there's no fight for the lead or whatever. Yeah, it's very dismissive, and there's a lot of things that you could appreciate that aren't being like appreciated.
Yeah.
Like Team LH, they probably don't appreciate it, do they?
I can't imagine they do. God.
Well, it's kind of everything I've got for the Grand Prix.
I feel like there's a few drivers we've not spoken about. Maybe like
Because they're all washed.
the Haas drivers.
Washed.
Yeah, very washed.
How about we just have this segment, you list them out and I'll just say washed next to them.
Right, Magnussen.
Hulkenberg.
Washed.
Yeah, Hulkenberg.
Washed.
Joe.
We just...
I'm joking. That's getting cut.
That is good.
Jesus Christ. I don't know where that came from. Oh dear.
We're going to quickly move on to the next segment now.
That wasn't racially motivated. I just want to put that out there. I was just whoever the third one was going to be. I was going to say needs a wash.
Yeah, but in a lineup where there's like a very
Right, let's stop talking.
Right, okay.
God.
Right.
Watch, you know, with your hands in that aisle.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought I just deleted the notes. We've
I'll
got.
cut that bit as well. Next.
I mean, that's all sort of it.
No,
Do you want to talk about those drivers?
Haas, yeah.
Go on,
I'm
what do
not
you
going
want
to
to talk
completely
about?
dismiss them.
So Haas.
Great qualifying. Magnussen especially, he really pulled it out of the bag. Qualified, P8-ish. We don't know, do we?
No.
No idea.
Not interested.
No clue.
No, but he had a great qualifying, I think. He out-qualified Hulkenberg, which I think he needed to do. And it was just the same classic old story of tyres going off, which is a shame because everyone thought this weekend, because of the lower temperatures, the tyres might actually do something. Because with a decent qualifying position, but, 10 laps in, Magnussen, he was just falling back.
Yeah.
And it must be devastating for you as a driver, just knowing nothing
you've
I
got
can
the
do about
position
this.
and all that.
Just seeing drivers with more pace just walk over you. So I think they've done well to. Where are they in the championship at the minute?
Last.
No, are they?
No. They're not
P8
far
or
off.
9. I think they're
8 or
doing
9.
well
Yeah.
not to be last. at my
AlphaTauri,
point.
I think, are last.
No, not anymore. They're 7th, mate.
Well, I think Haas could be last.
Oh no, you're right with Ricardo's
Yeah.
thing at Mexico. Yeah.
That maybe they are last,
I
in
think
which
they
case
are
ignore the past.
Should we double
Ignore
check?
everything I've just said.
This can make for a good show.
Are there any drivers we've not missed yet? I want this to be an inclusive podcast where we talk about
Not
everyone.
missed or have missed.
That we have missed, yeah. What other teams are there? Aston Martin, Alonso.
Yeah, Hassel last. The constructors.
Ignore everything I've just said. Alonso, what do you think of Alonso's
Just
race?
had a solid race, really. Obviously, the spin at the start, so he had to recover from that. Did he finish P9?
Did he? He's finishing points.
Yeah, I think he was just ahead of Piastri. So,
P9.
a fairly decent recovery drive from him, but, obviously he's had much better races this season, so
Yeah.
in comparison to his previous performances, it was not that great, but
Yeah.
solid,
And what about Danny Rick?
I actually didn't see a single thing from
No.
him. Did
No,
he even
I didn't
race?
What was the end? No, the only thing I kind of heard of it was when that Piastri did that overtake and Brundle went off. Danny Rick did the same thing a couple of laps ago. That's the only thing I saw or heard of him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he said that's a proper Danny Rick move, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because it was a
Like
late
late
breaking
braking,
situation, yeah.
And the AlphaTauri, the car looked nice though. The liveries were quite good. I think
Liveries
were
were nice,
especially
yeah.
the Ferrari one.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
That was pretty
Even
nice.
the Ferrari merch, the hat, I thought that looks so cool. But then what I didn't understand was at the end, why was Perez wearing full red overalls?
Well, because I think it was supposed to be actually, no, that doesn't make any sense.
It looked very Ferrari, didn't it?
But yeah, basically, it did look Ferrari S.
Because Max wasn't wearing
If it didn't say Oracle on the front, I'd have thought, oh.
Like if you had like bad vision, if you had pink eye or anything like that, you might mistake it for being a Ferrari driver.
Outrageous.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Stroll, Sainz did well to recover. Hamilton, yeah. He obviously had this
An in-depth analysis with Ollie
I
Morgan.
don't know, I'm just trying to think because there wasn't really a lot. A lot of the time was spent on the front three, on the because there was so much going on. So I don't know. Should we just
do predictions then?
If you want.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do. I'm hungry as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, video coming out very shortly.
6 months.
If our editor picks up.
Yeah, maybe if you got paid a bit more, he'd.
There we go.
When you said in the chat the other day, I've got the easiest job in the world, I thought it was in relation to this podcast because I don't do any of this stuff and I don't do any of the editing.
Right. So, Daily, we'll start with you.
Ooh.
Good.
Pole position. You said Charles. 1 point.
This is my week. I don't think I've won one yet this whole season.
Win. You said Lewis.
Ooh.
Loss.
This is a man that's just said, I think it's my week.
Loss was Yuki.
Who did lose?
Bottas.
Oh, Yuki retired right at the end, didn't he?
No, he I don't know. He did actually. It said he didn't DNF on the thing. So
Yeah. Oh, so does that count? Because it said +4 laps.
Wait, what? No, you said Yuki.
Yeah, losing.
Yeah, Bottas lost.
Oh. But I
Yeah,
thought,
but was Bottas like +5 laps?
Hang fire.
fact check. You know what I'm saying.
Oh
right?
no, Tsunoda DNF'd.
Oh.
Bottas was
nice try.
I knew what you were saying.
Fastest lap, we said Charles.
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't think anyone will have won fastest lap
Piastri,
this
wasn't
week, will they?
Yeah, it was Piastri, yeah.
Fastest pit stop, you said McLaren.
Oh, 2 points.
Another fight for the lead. Fight for the lead. I've skipped over that. Driver of the day said Max. And the surprise was decent fight in the lead.
Oh.
3 points in the bag. Thank you.
There we go.
Wait, who was the driver of the day in the end?
Leclerc.
Yeah.
Mr. Bolton. Paul, you said Max.
Because I had Leclerc the week before.
Win, you said Max.
Got off the mark.
Wow.
Loss, you said Joe. Fastest lap, Max.
It was his counterpart, wasn't it?
Fastest pit stop, Red Bull. Driver of the day, Logan Sargent.
That was a gamble.
He had a good quali, so
He had a really good quality. I was like, oh yes.
if they hadn't have fallen back.
Well, mate,
We're
you
on
went
for
from
something.
6th to 16th.
Oh. Yeah, they had a shocker.
And that says
in fact,
something,
I've just
mate.
realised we've not spoken about Williams at all.
No, we did talk about Albon.
Oh, what? For that time he's washed.
It does say something though when he goes from 6th to 16th and Ocon goes from
16th to 4th.
Yeah, even Stroll went from 19th to 5th.
To be honest, I'm surprised Ocon didn't get driver of the day because that's
Yeah.
one
No,
hell of
yeah.
a drive.
Again, it's because they weren't showing it on TV.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
right.
Yes, for surprise, you said Logan Sargent, driver of the day.
All the eggs in one basket.
Pole, I said Lando Norris.
Ooh. What was he, P17?
Wasn't a good
16.
quality.
16.
Win, Max.
We.
Loss, El Sab. Do you remember that?
Yes. Elsa.
Logan Sargent. Fastest lap, Orlando. Fastest pit. What the hell's that? You wrote these.
So look. Fastest pit.
Red Bull.
Red Bull, yeah.
Wait, what?
RB.
That's not an R. It doesn't connect to anything.
It does look like a pie sign, to be fair.
Driver of the day, Fernando Alonso. And surprise was Albon top 5 qualities.
Oh, you looked into that one, didn't you?
So do I lose this week? Yeah, I do.
Oh wait, not the Jimmy's.
Oh.
But hang on, how many points did you get then?
2.
And you got 1.
3. So Jimmy. Paul. You said Charles.
Nice.
One for
God.
Jimmy. Win. You said Max.
No, Jimmy, don't do this to me. My 1 week. Give me my time to shine.
Last he said Hulkenberg. Fastest lap Lando. Fastest pit Red Bull. Driver of the day Danny Rick. And surprise was Piastri to outqualify Lando.
Oh no! If you'd have said it in the race, though.
I know.
Not a bad shout.
So Jimmy 2 points. Daly got 3. I got 2. Mr. Bolton got 1.
So who won this week then?
Well, you obviously.
The fans did.
The fans are always with
Where's the? I drew it before. There you go. It's on the other page.
Oh,
That's all I was doing.
right.
Then I'll have it back.
Pole position.
Yeah,
Wait, where are we? Abu Dhabi.
The famous Abu Dhabi.
Why is it famous?
So
because of the championship stolen there.
Oh, he said it, not me.
He said it.
He said it. Right, go on then. Pole position.
You still have to.
Abu Dhabi 2023.
I said Lando last week, didn't I? So I'm going to say Max again.
Max.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, don't piss about with numbers this week.
Coin. Oh, win.
Charles.
Does that says coin?
I get what you're saying.
I'm going to say Charles.
CL16. Right, loss.
I said Logan Sargent last week. I don't know.
Valtteri Bottas.
Magnussen.
Mag.
Wait, what's his number?
Don't know. Don't care. Fastest lap.
Fastest lap.
Magnussen.
What did I say last week? Did I say Lando?
You said Max.
Charles. No, Lando.
Right, fastest pit.
Fastest pit, McLaren.
Driver of the day.
Lewis Hamilton.
Really?
Yeah.
Only
I think Team LH might skew the votes.
LH. Right. Surprise. Biggest surprise. In fact.
We will have. What did you put?
Well, I usually write so their initials and then their number. So, for example, Charles Leclerc would be CL16. So I wrote LH44 and then realised my mistake and wrote LH1.
Ooh.
So anyway,
that means you won it last year.
you did in my head. Surprise, biggest surprise.
I think there'll be 3 yellow flags. Is that a surprise?
We're not keeping count of that.
No, lad.
Are we not?
3 safety cars.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I meant that. Not
3
yellow
safety
flags.
cars.
Sorry.
3 safety cars.
3 yellow flags. Yeah.
Are we including virtual? No.
No.
3 full safety
3
cars.
full safety.
What? Where do you think they're driving?
Team LH are going to run on track.
Just stop oil.
Just stop Max. That's what they call themselves.
Should we start our own movement and call it Just Stop Max?
Who wants to go next?
Me.
Right, Bolton. Football position.
Go on.
I'll go with no, I didn't. I can't do Max. Can I? Let's do Charles.
No, you said Charles last week.
All right, I'll do Max then.
Win.
Charles.
Charles.
Remember what we said about putting all your eggs in one basket?
Loss.
Sarge.
Logie. Fastest lap.
Leclerc.
Charles. Fastest pit.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Ferrari. Driver of the day.
Alex Albon.
Wow.
You give your reasons.
He'll finish well.
Fair enough. Surprise.
Alex Albon driver. Well, Ferrari fastest pit.
That would be a surprise.
Surprise. Let's just go. Alex Albon top 6 finish.
Finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give you that.
6 finish.
That is eggs in singular basket.
Multiple baskets.
No, that's one basket. Well, it's 2. It's
Yeah.
Ferrari and Williams based. Well, Albon based baskets.
Right, who wants to go next?
I think I'll take that, shall I? I'm going to say...
Thanks for watching. Go on.
Win, shall.
No, pole. Pole position.
Pole, shall.
No. Wait, no, you said that
I
last
said
week.
that last week.
You said
Max.
that Max.
We're just seesawing between.
Win, shall.
Charles. Loss.
Sonoda.
You said that. Well, you actually did say that.
Did I actually?
What was this Sonoda hate?
Joe.
Seems to be a theme there. That's getting cut as well. Oh my god.
Lad, that one doesn't need... Let's go.
Okay. Fastest lap.
My reaction to that was very different to yours. You saying it's okay, and I was like, what?
Fastest lap.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Fastest pit.
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Driver of the day.
Russell.
Russell. Why?
Because
Why Russell?
he's been so shit this season that even if he finishes anywhere near the podium, people might give him a vote.
No, that's not.
That's a fair shout, actually. I can rate that.
All right, you can have it because it's not going to happen.
Okay, yeah, it's not. Go Hamilton.
Okay.
What for driver of the day?
Yeah. It's more likely, isn't it? Come on, fans.
Hashtag
Surprise.
Ferrari's strategy is on point.
Whoa, that's a good one.
Yeah?
Well, I like the
Like
sound
That's
of it.
quite vague, though.
Nah, we'll know.
We'll know.
We'll know.
Oh, okay.
And an elite panel of adjudicators will make a decision on it.
Okay. Oh, I can't fucking see with these
Struggling with
sunglasses
that one,
on.
isn't he?
G. Good.
Strategy. Good.
Good.
And that's the video.
Hey.
Another week.
Another day, another dollar.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a bit of a chaotic day, hasn't it?
It has.
But we've ploughed on through.
Another Grand Prix. What time is the Grand Prix on next? Well, in 2 weeks' time? Or is it next week?
Next week.
What time's it on?
6
Dunno.
o'clock. Between 1 and 6.
Thanks. Well,
Thanks for
we'll
watching.
at least be able to watch it, so that's good.
Thank you to
See you
Jimmy
there then.
for
Thank
commenting.
you to Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you.
Jimmy the skipper.
We'll see you in Abu Dhabi.
See you.
See you
Well,
then for the season finale.
Max will win another one.
Until next time.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.